Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl Boost Boswell with the bottom line. I know today isn't my usual day, but I wanted to come on because there is a topic that I want to discuss. I actually did a video about this earlier regarding mayor hopeful candidate Sheila Dixon out of Baltimore, Maryland. She was actually the mayor in 2007 through 2010, where she held the mayor position, and she is running for reelection. Well, the candidacy to run for reelection in the 2024 uh, mayor election campaign. So, the best of luck to her on that. But Wednesday, she had an interview with a local TV station there, Fox 45, um, to discuss some of the issues within the community as far as people not feeling safe, crime, and just the overall health of the community. And in the process of conducting that interview, she was the interviewee. There was someone in her home because it was via, Skype or online FaceTime. Someone in her home had thrown some things at her while she's sitting there interviewing. This is like real time live. Then started to hurl things at her, started to heckle her. Um, at some point, she even had to like jab her arm, to get the person away from her. It was just a hot mess. So I came online to highlight number one, stresses within families and the harsh realities that we face as African American women and women in general. But obviously, my core avatar is African American woman to kind of speak to what I have experienced in many in my community that look like me, that are me, understand where I'm coming from. And a YouTuber left a comment stating that I owe Black woman an apology because one of the comments I said, if you haven't, please take a moment and watch the video towards the end before I played the video of the actual um, assault that Mrs. Dixon need to focus obviously on her life and resolving and addressing some issues in her personal life that supersedes running for reelection. And I guess someone didn't take too kind that I had the opinion that her personal life should supersede running for reelection. And I stand by that. See, the harsh truth is this, and I also use that word harsh. There are a lot of harsh things that's happening in our communities and within the family. A lot of Black women have dealt with these traumas and these unhealthy environments and relationships for so long. We've normalized them and we haven't taken the time to step back and take care of ourselves and release a lot of those stress and those unhealthy, toxic relationships. And that's why we get in situations where our health is declining, high rates of heart disease, just a lot of ailments that we don't deserve, but that we live with. And don't listen to me. Google statistics about our health; it'll speak for itself. So I don't apologize for speaking truth. If you are on national TV being interviewed about issues within your community, violence, high rates of crime, and you're actually being assaulted in your own home, um, what is more important? running in that campaign or getting your personal life together? How are you going to help other people get their lives together when your life is in shambles? And that's no slight against her. It's a reality. It's a truth that we need to quit making excuses. See, I don't subscribe to that strong black woman mentality. I believe in a soft life. I believe on in releasing all these toxic relationships and high stress environments and things that make my blood pressure high or my quality of life decline. And a lot of times we get so offended before we understand the message. We have to get away from listening to respond instead of listening to learn and understand. And that YouTuber clearly uh, didn't comprehend the message. Um, Want to expound on that? I actually have a link in the comments. You're more than welcome to come on the live. It's up to you. You don't have to. But the video, to me, I wanted to bring to the community because, like you said, I'll use your word, shameful. Um, as Black women, we deal with these things many times. Within our relationships and our family, and we have to quit making excuses and saying that just gave, like that user said, left a comment that gave her the power to win election. What in the hell, excuse my French, does winning that election have to do with the unhealthy relationships and possible physical danger she's in within her personal life? Her life, her self-care comes before any campaign. And like I said, and I stand by it, her focus should be on addressing what's going on in her personal life more than focusing on that campaign. You can't help someone. See, I learned this the hard way. You can't help someone else in their life until you get your life right, until you get your relationships, your health, and your affairs in order. See, I was one of those people that I could, for so many years, help other people to navigate and be successful and proceed and progress in their personal life. But when it was time to help, and I took care of myself, but it was many aspects in my life that I was unhealthy and I needed to address. So I had to learn how to take care of myself first in order to be my best self and my most healthy, authentic self for somebody else. People don't like to hear the truth. And this is why I speak out. I speak out about realities in life, current real situations that we can learn from, and maybe offer some suggestions and some support in some form that's possible. This lady, Mrs. Dixon, has been divorced twice, which that's neither here nor there. I'm just giving you background as I have learned it. She was a previous mayor back in 2007 through 2010, and now fast forward many years later, she's running for reelection in the 2024 campaign. And it's a shame that she was put in that situation. Just looking at that video, you will see her discomfort. Instead of pushing through it, she should have ended the interview and addressed those situations that was going on real time in her household. Now, I Googled to see if there was an update. The only update that I was able to find, because the person that left the comment said something about straining orders and all that, I couldn't find anything about that. What I did find was uh, information stated in the last year she's had no calls to her house of any DV, and she personally said that, there's issues within the family, and sometimes I'm ad-libbing partnerships, and being the holiday, people are stressed and sometimes they can't deal with their emotions. I think it goes for me, and this is no slight against her. I don't know her. I don't know her background. This is um, new information for me. She's new to my um, arena. I wasn't familiar with her previously, but that for me is an excuse. Anytime somebody hurls objects at you while you are doing a live interview, and also starts hackling you while you are in the middle of an interview so loud to where they can hear you, and then I the interviewee will have to shove you away because obviously you are in some form creating some kind of physical contact with them. No, there is no excuses. There's not enough stress that can excuse that. See, we have to call a thing a thing. We have to start being honest with ourselves and then with other people and hold each other accountable. A lot of times, us as Black women, and I'm speaking in general, we get offended so quickly when one of us speaks out and gives us perspective on unhealthy situations that we all are familiar with in our community. None of us is new to these behaviors. These things have went on continuously for generations. We have to hold ourselves and others accountable and then be comfortable with leaning in on that discomfort of truth and honesty. Sheila Dixon is an older lady. She should definitely, at this stage, anybody in their lives, but to be in a situation where somebody could possibly physically harm you at her age is just sad. It's sad at any age. But to think that, you know, in your latter years of life, you still dealing with DV is just terrible. It's terrible on any level, any age group. She seemed helpless. And my heart goes out to her and went out to her when I reviewed the content. I need us to embrace and adopt a new mindset of being accountable, holding accountable, and being supportive and honest as we navigate through this healing process and collectively and individually heal from past traumas and pain and support our sister friends along the way. We can support each other and also be honest. We have to quit making excuses for bad behaviors because it's not doing any of us any favors. Let's get real and heal. It's a mentality, it's a mindset, it's a behavior, it's an intentional lifestyle that you evolve and spiritually develop into. It's a beautiful thing when God intervenes. It's a beautiful thing when you get on the other side of self love and self care and live a happy, healthy life. That's the end goal, my friend. Won't you join me? If you are not a part of the community, please consider doing so. Please share this content. I'm Booz Boswell, and I'm just getting started. I started on my self love journey in 2019 when I was in intensive therapy from depression, anxiety, and insomnia. Mental health is real. And the truth of the matter is, no one cannot save you and I. We have to save ourselves and then collectively work together to get well. Be a bridge to that gap and have the honest heart conversations and help others to increase their knowledge and understand resources and communities that can help you on your healing journey. There is far too much that's going on within these communities, in these households, and in corporate America, let's be honest, that we have looked the other way far too long, and it's cost us too much, and it's robbed us of happy, healthy homes. Um, Mo in the city says, too many Black women has the my man, my man, my man perspective. To be her age with two divorces behind her, to still be facing public humiliation by a man is just pitiful. I don't understand why. I agree. And it's just, I agree. Um, a lot of women have that desperate men mentality, but I can speak to Black women because I'm one, and also because I see it, and it's just the truth. We have this many times follow mentality. There's not enough leaders in our community as it used to be. And a lot of these younger generations are lacking leadership, lacking nurturing women that can guide them to live happy, whole lives. In the meantime and in between time, and just and irregarded of relationship with a man. I believe in love. I believe in the constitution of relationship and marriage, but not at the extent that I'm going to do anything to have it. And we do see this, the my man, mentality, and it is ruining many women, in particular her quality of life, her mental health. Women are starting to adopt this polygamy mindset because somewhere, some way, and I blame a lot of it on social media, but I also blame it on passed down pains and lack of knowledge from generation to generation. And it's getting worse. I speak out because I have an obligation and a responsibility as an educator, as a God fearing African American woman, to want to give wisdom, encouragement, good knowledge, and guidance to young ladies that are younger than me. And it's not enough of this leadership that's necessary within our community. I agree. This lady is too old at her age to be dealing with DV situations. And for somebody to come in my comments and say that I need to apologize to Black women for pointing out a harsh reality that her personal care is her priority over a campaign. Shame on you for your level of ignorance. I will not apologize for honesty. I will never apologize for trying to help Black women specifically see the importance of letting go of that strong Black woman mentality, because it is killing us. It is one of the reasons, in my opinion, that we have such a high rate of heart disease, mental stressors, depression, anxiety, all the unhealthy aspects and realities that we live with. That strong Black woman mentality does not serve any of us. And I encourage you and invite you and ask you to join me as I navigate and continue to call out these falsehoods and these idiosyncrasies that's plaguing us as a community of women that deserve to live happy, whole lives that we will never get to if we continue to be fooled and embrace the ignorant mentality of a strong Black woman mentality. We are women, no less, no more than any other. See, when we adopt that strong Black woman mentality, we sign up for stress. We sign up for man mentality to take on things that culturally we should not be addressing or dealing with. I'm a woman. I don't subscribe to the strong Black woman mentality. And if you knew what I knew, you would join me. I'm Boost Boswell. I'll be back on tomorrow, Saturday. That's my committed day. And if you haven't, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up and share this content. I'm growing this community and I ain't going nowhere. I'm just getting started. I love my sister friends. I love Black women. I love women in general because we need each other. And this is a community of support, positivity, and all women are welcome. I'm just here trying to help my sister friend get further along than where we have been. If you haven't, join the community. You're welcome here. God's blessings.